About 2 months ago, I posted a video about how well DCC-EX works with DC model railroad operations, and it garnered quite a lot of views, and it also led to a comment posted by Kevin Smith of the DCC-EX development team. Kevin conveyed his appreciation for showing the difference between DCC alternating current pulse wave modulation frequency versus direct current pulse wave mode modulation frequency. They are planning on releasing version 5.4, where you can add, where you will have the availability to set the analog DC cab's frequency by the address, including function keys F29, 30, or 31, so you can adjust the tonal sound in real time that comes from the DC engine when it's under power. Now, tonal sound, I was a little bit lost, and someone else in the Facebook group for DCC-EX posted a question about tonal sound. So Kevin Smith, the same development team member, stated that an analog DC motor sitting on a DCC sitting on a DCC track while in DCC mode will hum. You'll get that buzzing sound with the dual DC signal. I mean, it's an annoying sound, and it may or may not pose harm to the locomotive. But when a DC locomotive is sitting in a DCC-EX track while in DC mode, you won't hear a thing until you throttle up. Then the DCC pulse wave mode waveform will operate at a default 131 Hertz. And it may or may not cause a tonal sound at that frequency, depending on the type of analog DC motor in the engine. Now, they are planning on 5.4, but they have hit some obstacles along the way. As a matter of fact, I had long wanted to post a follow-up video to my first DCC-EX DC video, but the development team hit some bugs along the way because of, among other things, Arduino IDE, which is preloaded when you go to command station. It's I'll put the abbreviation because the acronym kind of slips me right now. The default waveform is 131 Hertz, but with the new releases, it could go 490 Hertz, 3400 Hertz, and even higher. But you'll need a more advanced motor shield, and you'll need a little more bells and whistles on your command station, or you'll need a more advanced command station. Kevin, if you're watching this video, I hope you'll correct me, because if I get any of this wrong, I do apologize for misinforming anyone. Once you find the frequency you like your DC cab to operate on, you can preset that cab number, track number to that frequency in the X-Rail function, and I'll post what EX-Rail will what stands for. Now, right now, the DCC, Kevin is saying that the latest development version, 5.2.69 of DCC-EX, will have these new bells and whistles. But in order to work with it, your engine driver application will need to be operating on the new beta, which is 2.371.187. If you go to engine driver and download what's commercially available, the most current version is 2.36.177. In order to use 5269, you have to download the new beta, 2.37.187. And if I don't forget, I'll post everything in the description so that you'll know. But again, everything is, when it comes to technology, everything is fluid. It changes. It doesn't stand still. So right now I am using DCC-EX version 5.2.57, which I believe is commercially available. But if you go to the DCC-EX website, which my computer hasn't yet before, so I'm going to head to the DCC-EX website, and I am going to try and record as I'm going to download and install the latest the latest development version. I'm going to take you along on this ride, and stand by. Alright, so because I don't trust this computer too much, and it is an old computer, I have the tablet recording my steps, and I'm also going to record let's go. So I am not leaving any stone unturned, and right now I'm at the DCC-EX website. I've already told DCC-EX on Facebook that the new version is 00.20, not 00.18, but they said that if you go to the automatic EX installer, it will lead you to the correct version. Now, I am going to go to I'm going to go to the automated version, because if this is a first time for everyone, then I have no choice. Get lost. Alright, you're fired. So I'm going to click on EX Installer Automated. This is the new version. You're going to see this. And hopefully you could see all of this. So I am going to go here for Windows 64. It's currently downloading. Now mind you, I am using a Windows computer. If you use a Mac, sorry. So I am going to locate the file because I'm going to create a new directory, a new folder. And maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put it in there. So now it's in the DCC-EX folder. Gonna double click on it. Run. So I am going to minimize this. And I should have something very soon. There we are. So the current version is 00.0.0.20. I hope you can all see it. Maybe I can just move everything a little closer. Let's go, Mr. Cameraman. So, we're going to manage the Arduino CLI, the command line interface. Going to select the device, and we have to make sure that it is connected, that the command station is connected to the USB. There we are. Anyone who's watched Battlestar Galactica, by our command. Alright, so we're going to select, now we're going to go mouse over here to select product to install. Now, we're going to go to DCC-EX command station. The little Cylon is going to think about it. Now, anyone who doesn't want to advance forward to the development version, which is 5.2.69, which is the latest flavor of the month. The latest production version is 5.0.9. Before I proceeded with this video, before the DCC-EX team encountered the bugs, I had 5.2.57, and it was phenomenal. And I'll show you why it's phenomenal, and I'm going to choose the latest development version, and I hope you see that. So we're going to click on Configure EX Command Station. Now, you have these things here. Install EX Command Station. I don't have a display. I do have Wi-Fi. I do want to configure Track Manager, because Track Manager is what you use to, to set your locomotives, and it also works very well with Engine Driver when using DCC-EX native commands. What else do we have? Start with the power on. Yes. Override current limit. No. Create my automation.h. This is also very important. Yes, we want to do that. Advanced configuration. Let's play with that. No, let's not play with that. Wi-Fi options. Use my EX command station as an access point. Yes. Track Manager config. Now, Track A is the inner loop, where you don't see it right now, is the inside loop. So Track A is I'm going to set it to DC. Don't worry about the Track A local cab ID 1, because you could always change the local cab. Track B, which is the middle loop, is also set to DC. So now I'm going to go back to general. What is advanced configuration? And it's grayed out. How do you bloody like that? Select your motor driver, which is, I have the EX8874. Now advanced configuration is on, and what? So now, here is config.h and my automation.h. This is where you can play with stuff here, but I'm not going to touch this. I think everything is fine. If you just want to run DC trains, I mean, my automation H is like automated stuff. It also works with X-Rail. I myself am happy where I am. I have nothing special. I have no reverse turnouts. I have none. I have just trains. So now I am going to, let me see. So now I have all of this. It's not needed. I mean, because it knows, everything should know what it is. Because that's how I set it. So I'm going to compile and load. And it's going to tell me load EX command station. Make sure that the command station is connected to the USB port, which it is. And I'm going to click on load. And away we go. And God help me if I didn't screw this up. So this shouldn't take a moment, and I'll get back to you when we're done. Alright, so I got the muzzle tov window. The EX command station has been successfully loaded onto the Arduino Mega 25, the Arduino Mega, and it shows all this stuff here. I'm going to view the device monitor. And it's going to show me all of this. It shows my DCC-EX information. It also just said, if you could see, it says here in the green, the DCC-EX V5.2.69, an Arduino Mega EX8874. And this development was done on, let's see if I can read it right, 2024, which was this year, 0618, which was June 18th, 2019 Zulu. Don't ask me what Zulu time is. Maybe I'll put a caption. But basically what it's telling me is that I got everything and it's successfully loaded. So I'm going to save this log. Well, of course, I'd have to create a new folder. I'm going to name the new folder DCC-EX. And there it is. Everything that I need. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to back up the config files. Backup was successful. So now I'm going to close the installer, and I'm going to disconnect the command station from the computer. So now, oh, quiet. So now I'm gonna go see if the work actually paid off. Hold on a moment, we'll be right back. Okay, that was, I hope you got the gist of what was going on. So, I already have my engine driver loaded, and as you could see, I have DCC-EX V5269, the Mega, the motor shield, and this is a development version. This is what the engine driver on this particular device looks like. My main device that I've been using to record servicing videos, the battery just bit the dust, so I might just have to get a new battery. Ray Boble at Boble and Newtown Trains, I feel your pain when it comes to devices to record videos with. So the struggle is real. Take my word for it. But I just want to show everyone that the track power is on. I had to switch it on in the DCC-EX native commands. You will see that as you saw a little while ago, these tracks are set to DC. I didn't have to do anything beforehand, because it knows these tracks, these main lines are in fact DC. So the hum is so that I don't have to struggle and deal with the buzzing sound. It's set. It's done. It got you. I'm going to switch cameras now. Hold on a second. Psych. I'm not going to switch cameras because the other camera doesn't want to play along. So I'm back to this camera, which is my old Samsung Galaxy tablet. So going back, I have my locomotive set. This is for the inner loop. 5292 is a Tyco Mantua 282 that I bought it undecorated, serviced it, made it a Canadian national. Oh, Canada. 7128 is the Amtrak New Haven Heritage locomotive, the SDP 40, which at this time has over 1,200 views, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your continued support. It is incredible. But anyways, I digress. I am going to, so we have that. And now I'm going to go into the DCC-EX native commands. Now, when you launch DCC, when you launch Engine Driver under DC operations, A is automatically going to be set to DC. You have to switch the track power on, and there is no buzz. I don't have to go and fight with the DCC settings or the track manager settings. It's set. So I have to change locomotive locomotive number 1 to the actual locomotive number, to the DCC address that I assigned it. Even though I am not DCC, it's still asking for an address. And I've also set track B to the locomotive number, and I press close. One other thing that I have to point out is that this is the dialogue that you see, and and I do apologize for the reflections. A is set to DC. It knows that 5292 is there. Track B is already set to DC, and there's 7128. So now, give me a second, and I'm going to switch the angle on this tablet. Give me a second. So there is 7128 right over here. 5292 is over here, hooked up to all these freight cars. The New York Central is on the endurance track, which is just strict DC because it's connected to the power pack. It's not connected to DCC-EX. Only the middle loop and the inner loop are the DCC-EX. So I'm ready to run when you are. But here we go. So I'm going to apply power to 5292. And I'm going to apply power to 7128. We got nothing. Okay, what did you do? Because I keyed in the wrong number. And here we go. Off to the races. I have 5292 on speed step 88, and I have the STP 40 on speed step 92. And they're running magnificently. Well, I hope you found that demonstration very helpful. It is important that you do create a file folder in your documents, and this is for Windows users. I apologize to anyone who uses a Mac or an iPhone. DCC-EX will have basic instructions as far for anyone who uses a Mac. As for now, it's important to create a DCC-EX file for your in your documents, because that's where you could put your two very important files. One file is are known as H files. I think they're called holdover files. I could be wrong. If I am incorrect, I will post the correct terminology. But one is config.h. The other one is myautomation.h. And a little word about myautomation.h. Myautomation.h is meant for automating your layout to how you see fit. If you have blocks in your layout, if there's something that you want to do automatically, if you feel a little skittish about it, like me, then you wouldn't touch it. But it's good to have in case you want to go outside of the box. And myautomation.h is key to using Xrail, EXRail. I will, again, the acronym will be, what it stands for will be included in the video, but Xrail is what you use for automated train operations. And to use Xrail, you have to use myautomation.h. My automation setup is just auto start, power it on, and to set the tracks to DC. I don't have to, in the previous video you saw me have to fumble while you heard that annoying buzzing sound. I don't have that again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but the buzz is gone. I'm going to leave you with that. And a word to the DCC-EX team, especially Kevin. Kevin, if I got any, I hope I got all of this right. If I missed anything, if I got anything wrong, please let me know. I will post a follow-up video because I don't want to misinform anyone. With that being said, I want to thank all of my subscribers for their continued support. If you are not already subscribed, there is a link at the bottom right hand corner. There will also be a link at the very end of this video for you to subscribe. Please like and share. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.